Namaste and welcome back to the STL series. So I am discuss about here iterators in C++. What is iterator? Iterator in C++ give the address of an element in container or algorithms. It is mainly used with containers and algorithms to access the element. And syntax of the iterators in C++, what is? Here I am discuss about what is the syntax of declaring iterators. You need to write container name colon and iterator and variable name. Iterator is a keyword and here you can write variable name, and colon is a rule, and after that you here to need container name. Which type you want to iterator make. First if you want to make iterator like vector, you here write vector. If you want to make iterator like list, you can write here list. If you make vector like set, you write here set. So many things you can write in this place, and here you write iterator keyword and variable name. By the help of iterator returns address of an element of container or algorithm. So you by the help of iterator you access the value of containers. Iterators are very useful to access the value. So let's discuss the syntax of iterators in C++. So let's make one file iterators.cpp. Let's include the header file as include bits std C++ dot. I am including whole header file inside this. Basically, it has include this std C++ dot h contains all header file inside the in C++. So I am including this so that I not include many times which header file needed. And using namespace I will do this std C++ dot h using namespace std int main. What is the problem here? Has include bits has include this std C++ expected file name. So here I am creating a iterator of a vector, and after I am creating iterator of a list set map etc. You want to create like any type of container, you put the container name colon and iterator and variable name. So I declare about vector iterator. How to declare it? You need to include write vector container colon iterator keyword and it and point it vector. So here I am going to also declare a vector int v 99, and I easily give the reference to the iterator first element of the vector v dot begin. So after that walk. If you want to access the container element by the help of iterator, you write cout and star it and indel. Why I am putting here star it? Because we know iterator what is represent iterator. Iterators in C++ gives address to the container. So it what is given? It gives address the first element of the vector. So after, because it represent address of the first element of the 23. So by dereferencing, what is this star? Star is a dereferencing operator. So it dereference the iterator's address and print the value of the first vector, which is 23. Basically, star is a dereferencing operator, and ampersand one symbol is, it is reference operator. It gives the address of the variable, and star is give the reference of that variable. Basically, ARRI is going to equal to star of ARR plus I. We can write this on here. ARR what is represent? Base address of the, in fixed size array, base address of this array, and star what is represent? Dereference. Whatever address give the ARR plus I, it is dereference star. So this is the concept of reference and dereference. This is dereference operator and this is reference operator. So what is the difference here? You can see that 23. So output comes out to be 23 of the iterators. And after that, if you went IT++, and again I went to access the value of the IT, so it comes to 56. Iterator increase the value address by one place. So here that I am printed what is comes out to be 56, 23, 23, 26. And if here I am printed here IT is equal to b dot end, b dot end, so what comes? Cout IT. In previous lecture I am discussed about the what is in. So I have a need here in decrement value of IT by 1, because I need to decrement the IT by 1, because IT point here after the 99, it represent b dot int. What is written? I am tell us in last lecture, b dot int represent last to next index. Matlab whenever this is the last index, after last index this place, so IT return the address of this place after the last index. But if when to access the last index, so we need to decrement the value of IT by 1, and after that dereference the IT, because it return the address of any container. So what is get here? 23, 56 and 99. Next, how many functions in iterators? First here discuss about what is the output comes here. You can see that 23, 56, 99. First comes to be 23 when b dot begin, when b dot be IT++, then comes to 23, 56, and after when b dot end and IT minus minus, then comes to be 99. So next, how many functions in iterators? First function in iterators is advanced function. Advanced function. And next function in iterators is next and previous. Next and previous functions. By default, next and previous incremented by 1. By default, next and previous incremented by 1. Syntax this. Syntax is I is equal to, if my iterator name is I, then I write I is equal to next of I. So it by default increment by 1, and I is previous of I. So it by default iterators comes back position 1 places, and it is by default go 1 place ahead. 1 place ahead, and it is go 1 place by default back. By default 1 place, by default 1 place, by default go 1 place back. And what is advanced function? It increment the iterator value n times. Syntax is advanced it if my iterator name it and n. How many times you want to increment the value of iterators? Hopefully you understand this. Let's use this how it is works. If you want to increment iterator in 2 and 3 times, then you write here in next I comma 2. Then it will increment the iterator value by 2 places ahead. And if you similarly write I comma 2, then it decrement the iterator value 2 times back position. If iterator is my point first here and I am right next I comma 2, then iterator go to the 2 position forward. So I is point to here 88, and if my iterator present at 88, I am right I comma 2 in the function of previous, then I back to the place of 23. It back move to back side 2 places, forward and back. And here I am, let's discuss one thing also, it is very important. You iterators also declare by the help of auto keyword. What is auto keyword? Auto keyword is a keyword that auto keyword is a keyword that is that type decided by the compiler at runtime. Means if you write auto I is equal to 23, then at runtime compiler automatically decided which type of value of I store int. So compiler decide type of I is int. So on the basis of which type of value assign auto I variable or auto variable, that time initialization time auto changes our data type. If I am write auto I is equal to 23.7, so that time compiler decides auto is a float or double type of variable that store only floating point value. So auto is a keyword that change our data type at runtime by the help of the compiler. Compiler decide which type of variable it, and according to that decided the type of data type of that variable. So here vector int colon iterator it, two big syntax. So you sort this by the help of auto keyword. What to do? You simply write auto it is equal to b dot begin. So by this compiler automatically decided, because b dot begin is a vector, you already know b dot begin is a vector. So by compiler automatically divide auto is a iterator of type vector. So you can write this sort syntax. So this is about this. Whole about the iterator. You can read about whole about advanced function and next previous function in Google, but let's say I discuss about this also. 1 second, I commented this. Let's it is point b dot begin. So first here I am right here it is equal to previous, sorry, next of it, and let's say I write here it. Let's print this value cout star. Why star? Because it returns address of the container. So we need to dereference this, and after that it is equal to previous of it. What is the comes output? Guess everyone, what is the output? Cout star IT and indel. So what is the output comes here? Cout star IT. What is the column mistake? Sorry. Running first IT is point here, B dot began 23. So when IT is equal to next comma IT, what is printed? 56. And when I am write IT is equal to previous comma IT, previous IT, then IT again back to the 1 point back, forward and back, 23 printed. So you can see that first is printed from 56 and IT is equal to next IT and it is printed 56, and when that IT is equal to previous IT, then printed 23. And when I am write here IT is equal to IT comma 2, let's say write this, what happened? First IT point I is beginning point, then IT moved forward direction 2 places ahead. At that time IT where point? IT point 2 places forward, means this position and this position. After that IT point here 88, because it is moved to two places in forward direction. So comes to the, you can say at 88, and after that IT is equal to previous. I am writing after that IT is equal to previous, so by default it decrement by 1, so by default it decremented by 1, then comes out to be 56. You can run about by the own practice and you try it, what output comes, you see. So this is about whole iterators in STL C++. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.